So a couple weeks or maybe a month or something ago, TC Cubes approached me and she asked me, or she commissioned me, to make something. Now this wasn't just any something, and as I'm sure you can tell by the title, and also the thumbnail, and probably the intro of the video that played before this, that thing was this. Now I didn't design this like 100%. I got the files from this guy, but he has a really cool channel. He's done a lot of really more technical stuff. I'm more on the, I don't know, more on the this side, and he's more on the Arduino Uno or like Raspberry Pi side of the world, of the engineering world. So you should definitely go check out his videos, especially if you clicked here because of this. I'm gonna link one of his videos. Oh man, which corner is it? Is it that corner? I think it's that corner. One of these corners. One of the upper corners. I'm sure that's where you're supposed to click. So yeah, he had the files, but I actually went about a little bit of a different route. You'll see a little bit later in the video, but his was like a fully cordless version. I ended up making a couple cheats or whatever to make mine work, and so it has a little bit. It just basically uses one of those little LED strips that you can get on AliExpress or wherever. I'm really happy with how it ended up looking. I mean, it has a little pin here. You pull up the thing, and then it plays lovely music. If you think that music's lovely, there is something wrong with your mind. I would know. I obviously don't play Fortnite by my shirt, which says in Russian, "I am a 9-year-old." If you didn't know what that means, this is "I am a 9-year-old" in Russian, which is, by the way, actually true. My legal age is 9 years old.
Segway is one of the leaders in personal green transportation, transforming the way we work, play and live. Recently, Jim Heldberg of Silicon Segway gave us the opportunity to test drive one of his Segways.
Okay, so a couple of days ago, actually, it was probably more like a month ago, now that I think of it, a friend of mine on YouTube told me that they wanted someone to make them an item from a certain popular game, which looks like this, and it has a name this, and yeah, that's what it is. And so I thought, you know what, why not make that? Because right now on my channel, I'm sort of like trying to expand a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I'm sort of trying to do more non-Rubik's Cube stuff just because I just want the account more to reflect what my interests are, and I like doing stuff that isn't just Rubik's Cubes. So I went online and I bought this thing, which is like a little LED strip, and I'm starting to print the parts for it. This is like the core part, and fun fact, I might be able to show you this if I hold it really close to my light that's lighting up this place. You know what, let me turn off some lights just a second. So now the regular lights are off and I just have my studio light thingies on. So this is what it looks like, that. And then if you turn the lights off, glows in the dark. Anyhow, it glows in the dark a lot better and under different circumstances, but I just thought I'd show you that. It's kind of cool. But let me show you these lights. So this is the closest outlet that I could find. Let me see if I can get it plugged in. Alright, so here you have this strip of LEDs, and if you take your remote and you press on, boom, they light up. Isn't that cool? So that's white light, apparently. It looks kind of blue on the display here. I don't know what that's about. This is blue light. Yeah, that's definitely more blue. Maybe yellow? I don't know. Anyhow, but it can also do things such as fading in and out, and it can do this cool color thing. This is the sort of LED light tape stuff that you usually get to make your computer light up or your gaming setup, but so it's really cheap. Anyhow, in order to make this look like this. I'm gonna have to do some work first. Alright, so that's what I have so far for like the pattern on the different faces. I'm not sure if it's gonna look good, but I don't know. That's best that I can do. So I'm gonna cover up all the places which are not marked with tape, and then I'm gonna spray paint this black. Alright, so a couple hours and 1 cup of tea later, I managed to finish taping this thing up. So this is sort of what it's gonna look like, except the opposite of that. So I guess now I have to spray paint it. Okay, so this is how far I've come. Right now it's on like a sort of like a blinking pattern where it just dims and gets brighter. Let me see if I can see what I'm doing here. Let's see, I think, yeah, this is the one where it like just slowly changes through all the different colors. You can see on the inside, I actually have something to hold all the stuff on, this little base, so that's a plus. And I've finished painting this, so it's also really nice. The only problem that I have right now is if I want to change stuff with the remote, I have to like shoot directly there, like where the wire comes on out of, because of where the transmitter is. Let me see. You can see the little LED place where the transmitter is, the little thing in there. I don't know if I can find a solution for that, but for now it still works. But yeah, and that's what it looks like when it glows in the dark. So, it's been a couple days, or weeks, or months, I can't quite remember, since the last time I recorded, since the last time I worked on this project. But I got a little bit of spare time, so I printed a couple more parts. So, these are all the parts that I need, pretty much. I think that's most of the parts. I'm gonna go ahead and assemble the handle part of this, and then after that we're gonna go back and we're gonna finish adding the lights to this part of it. So this is the last major piece that you have to super glue. We're gonna put this little thing, you know what, that looks like it's not a good surface to try to super glue. Let me roughen that up a little bit. That looks better. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for a little while and just sort of solidify. Hopefully it'll stick a little bit better. So this part has a couple of things which are already assembled. There's this little nub thing here, then this little peg here goes in here, but I don't think it needs any super glue because it's pretty stuck in there. This little peg in here goes into a little hole that's in the end over there, right there. This looks like it's pretty solid, so let's slide the last piece in. You can actually do it like that, make it a little bit easier on ourselves. There you go. I'm gonna put a little bit of super glue. It was kind of hard to pull it out. It's probably a good idea to put some super glue there just in case. And then, there you go. Now this goes in here, I believe, and that's a pretty solid fit. And then this goes on top of this. And we have the grenade, or should I say boogie bomb. So now let's talk about the electronics. The original model that I used to print the parts for this used like a cordless version of this, where it had its own little battery in it and it had its own little CPU that would control the lights. But I'm going a little bit cheap, and I'm just using this LED strip that I got off of AliExpress. Now, the way that this LED strip works is it has a strip like this, which has adhesive on one side of it, and then this plugs into this, like that, and this little processor thingy has a little, which, by the way, this is what controls the LED lights turning on and off. At least that's what I'm guessing, because I don't see what else would be controlling it. This, which is connected to that, it is what the remote communicates with. At the end of this cord here, we have a little USB plug, and you plug that into a computer, or in my case, I have a little power brick that I had lying around, and just like that, plug that into the wall somewhere. I don't have a cord anywhere on this wall over here, but you guys get the idea. So the way that we get the lights to sort of work is you take the strip of LEDs and you wrap it around the center part. So I'm gonna put this part of the cord here, like that. That way you can sort of access the Bluetooth, not Bluetooth, what am I saying? The infrared, the little remote sensor thing, through this thing here. Now that I have that out of the way, you plug this thing in the top up there. And then you have the top of it here, which you wrap around like that. And then that goes all the way down and around it and around and around and around and around and stops right about there. So let's take this adhesive tape thing off of here. I'm hoping that this adhesive is strong enough. I mean, it feels really strong. So that I don't need to use super glue or anything like that, but we'll see what happens. So let's go around like that, and then like that, and sort of stick it on there like that, wrap it around, stick it like that, wrap it around, stick it like that, and then keep doing that till we get to this more cylindrical part of it. And then we can just wrap it around there. Perfect! So I'm gonna go test this just to make sure that everything's working, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we have the electronics all worked out, I'm gonna put this in the bottom here, and that pretty much finishes it. We just need to run, or I just need to run some final tests to make sure that everything works out, and yeah, that's a completed boogie bomb. Yeah, this is the end result. I sort of showed it to you in the beginning, but in the end I did a little bit of changes. What I ended up, oh, you can't see my head, can you? This is kind of embarrassing. I think that's about the right height. Anyhow, so basically what I did was I got this nice little metal pole thing. I didn't end up gluing this in here, so that still comes out, which is nice, so you can take it apart. And then the bottom here, I had the most trouble with. In the beginning I tried to do it magnetic, and then the magnets weren't strong enough. I couldn't put them at a good angle with each other. So in the end I super glued it, and then this cord came out, and so I had to break it apart, and I didn't, so I broke the super glue bond. And then when I put it in the second time without any super glue, it sort of sticks. So you can sort of shift it around, but I'm not gonna mess with it that much, and it sticks for now. That was the video for today. I know I didn't build a puzzle, but hey, my screwdriver video, that one, it got a lot of views. And it's still getting views, which is something which I can't say for most of my videos. So yeah, maybe I should make more Fortnite props and whatever people are into watching at the time. But yeah guys, that was the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will be probably coming at you next week with another video which has something to do with 3D printing. I know that much. Maybe. We'll see. It's probably going to be an unboxing.
judging by how my content has been going recently, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the summer while it lasted, and I am out.